give your family. It's got rich in vitamin C. We know how much important it is nowadays in Corona. It improves your lung condition. It improves your blood system. It gives you your energy and your immunity. Now, talking about the immunity that we get from food, these are all I have told this last time also, but still I'm repeating because this is the base. We keep on saying lifestyle disease, but we don't make any corrections. So please be sure that even if you are having COVID or you don't, you need to follow a strict lifestyle and routine, because body understands a routine. It has a biological clock. So these numbers are just an examples. It's not that you have to follow it strictly. What I'm trying to say is, some people have 2 meals a day, some have 4, some have 5. So whatever is your routine, keep that routine fixed. Keep the timing fixed. Half an hour up and down is still fine, but make sure that your meal routine is always fixed. Otherwise, sometimes you have breakfast early morning, 7 o'clock, then you have your lunch at 3 o'clock. That gap in between will build up acids, and you are preparing a bed for all types of bacteria and virus to enter. Stomach capacity. Ayurveda says divide your stomach into 4 parts. 1 part for water, 2 parts for food, and 1 part for emptiness or for gas, so that the churning and the circulation can take place. So we should not overload our stomach. At the same time, we should not eat under our capacity. This is another very important topic in Ayurveda, the wrong combination. This people have forgotten. Many of us take milk along with our breakfast. And in breakfast, we have so many types of other tastes of food. Be it sour, we take paratha with pickle and then with milk again. So these are all very bad combinations. Especially when you're taking food, make sure the milk products, they themselves need time to digest. We call milk as a very divine food. It needs time to digest. It should be taken as it is, in empty stomach. After taking milk also, immediately you don't need to take any food. Same with non-veg. Especially in summers, non-veg heats the body. Be it meat, fish, egg, it heats the body. So non-veg should be reduced during the summertime. Sorry. And the combination with milk or with curd or with cheese is the wrong combination. And that is what we find most in our fast food, junk food. Why we call it junk food? Because of these wrong combination. I don't say milk is wrong. I don't say lime is not healthy. I don't say that fish is not healthy. Everything has its own minerals, values, and its high nutrition content. But when you combine with what, that is very important to know. So I would request you, do your R&D on these terms so that you know what is good for you. Now coming to the summer drinks, as I said, it is hot now. So drinking hot water, it's not easy. Body needs to cool down. At the same time, it should not be cold enough that it becomes easy for viruses to enter. Now, Rasaudi or Dahashamani, these are all names of Ayurvedic medicines that I have put down. You can note it down. If it is available on the net, online, purchase it, and you can make your own water and drink it. Sorry. These Dahashamini has a lot of chandanam and ushiram like things, which is cooling to the body, as well as they have antimicrobial properties. So once you boil it and keep it, when it cools down, you can drink this water. At the same time, I would like also say that if you are having cold and cough very frequently, see that you add a little dry ginger powder to it, because this really cools the body. Nalpamara is 4 barks of big trees, mainly peepal, banyan, and fig trees. So even if you don't get this medicine, at least people is available all over India. You can take the bark, boil it, drink it, even have bath with it. That really cools you from summer. These medicines, even prickly heat and such things, will go away with this, just this simple drink. And they don't taste any medicated, they don't have any medicine taste. You don't need to worry about that. It's just bland. And some people even add to their milk, some add little sugar to it. You can make your own drinks. With Nannari or Sariba, it comes in the sharbat form. You just have to add water and drink, and children really love it. Same with Karingali or Khadira or Khair, that is called in Hindi. This tree also, the bark is very beautiful. It's a very good blood purifier, and you can drink also, you can take bath in it also. Same with neem. These are all very good blood purifiers. But still, if you have any specific sign symptoms or any problem in the body, I would suggest that you talk to your Ayurveda doctor, which of this is suitable to you that you can use for your family daily. And don't use it when it is very cold, because again, it can increase your aches and pains. Now coming to the summer foods that we can take, the very famous kanji or pakhal or the fermented rice, this picture is very famous. When temperatures go very high, people prepare rice in the night and next day they take it. This really cools the body. Now, because of Corona, I would like to suggest don't take any stale food, but you can still make kanji or rice porridge, cool it. To it, you can add lemon and you can have it just as you have this fermented rice. Green leaves are to the season now. All the gods are to the season. And for Corona specifically, bitter gourd, neem, parval, these are all bitter fruits. What happened is, from the cold climate to the summer season when we changed, last time I had suggested ginger, garlic, rasam. So all these things really heat up the body. Now, because of summer, it is difficult to take these substances. But if you have COVID, still you can carry on taking ginger and garlic. At the same time, for preventive, you can take these bitter food. Bitter food helps to cool down the body, as well as it keeps the body in a very bitter state for any virus to attack. Also, the amla, pudina, lemon, very good for digestion, because digestion also needs to be corrected for immunity as well as for COVID. Now, these are the fruits that are in season. Some may know about it, some may not. Mango, the bale. Bale has very good medicinal properties. So you can use it. It is a summer drink also you can prepare for children. Ice apple, jackfruit also has very good medicinal properties, especially for diabetic people. So you can, for diabetic people, the raw jackfruit is better option, because again, ripe mangoes and ripe jackfruit have a lot of sugar content. So take it in the raw form. Mangoes, it is always better to take in the ripe form. The raw ones, always cook and eat. Don't try to feed your children raw mangoes. Once in a while is fine, but if they constantly take raw mangoes, and again, it will increase the heat in the body, which is not good for summer. Even watermelon also you can take. Now, these are some signs that nutrition is not reaching the body. We like to overload our stomach. We like to eat whatever we get in parties and weddings. But make sure whenever you have acidity, gas, indigestion, vomiting or loose motion, constipation, these are the signs, symptoms which signals you that food is not being processed, or what you have taken in is a wrong combination, or body is not accepting it. And in future, if this continues, in future you can find any diseases. In Ayurveda, it is said that rogaha sarvapi mandagnav, meaning starting of any disease is always indigestion. That our digestion is the main fire. If that fire is put down, No other fire, that is, no metabolism in the body can work good. So please make sure that you look into these signs and symptoms. Sleep. We get good rest from sleep. People are now overlooking this. Late sleepers are there. Sleeping in the daytime is there. Those are all very wrong. In summers, if the temperatures are going very high, you can take a nap in the afternoon because body needs rest. Otherwise, sleeping in the daytime, especially after meals, is a very bad habit. Immediately after meals, when you sleep, even in the night, you need to give at least 1 or 1.5 hours of gap between your meals and the sleep. Because once you sleep, all your body organs are now relaxing. So your stomach also relaxes, it will not work. It will not churn and it will not function to break down the food properly. Exercise also increases immunity because blood circulation, it improves the blood circulation. Anywhere, any blockages, it will remove. But in summers, because of the heat, exercise increases body heat also. So you should not do rigorous exercises. At the same time, because of COVID, because we are in a way of lockdown, just sitting inside the house, make sure that you keep yourself active with some of the other activities like indoor sports or some gardening, mild dance or something, or which you can chill out with your own children, so that body is active. It is not stagnant and lazy, so that the blood circulation can happen, especially because of COVID, I'm talking this. Don't laze yourself. Keep your body correct. This is another topic in Ayurveda, and about 14 natural urges are mentioned in Ayurveda. Natural urges means that the body is cleaning automatically, or body is asking for certain things automatically, which we should not stop it. Like suppose you are thirsty, don't say no time now, I'll drink later. You want to pass urine, don't say I can wait. You want to pass motion, don't say I can wait. Because urine and motion, stool, they are all the waste products in the body. They need to be passed out. If you don't pass them out, body reabsorbs these unwanted waste materials. Again, that can lead to toxin buildup. Same, there are many others, just few I have mentioned here. People run away from sunlight. But please know that sunlight kills germs. From the ancient times, from our ancestors, we have heard that sunlight kills germs directly. So it is summers now. We won't like to go out in the hot sun. It's understood. But in the morning sun and evening sun, if you can go out and sit for 20 minutes, nothing like that. All the germs in our body is killed. Let some sunlight come into the room also, so that if any germs are there, it really kills those germs. Now coming to some Ayurvedic management of COVID, mostly people ask, when we are taking allopathy medicines, should we take this Ayurveda medicine? Will there be some reactions happening? I would like to convince them that there will be no reactions. Instead, whatever side effects happen from the allopathy medicines, these will cut short all the side effects. And as I said, Ayurveda first stimulates the Agni or the digestive fire, which is very important. So most of all medicines of Ayurveda have medicines to improve your digestion, which in further removes out toxins from the body. So this is from the last year. What we have found out is, if a person is asymptomatic and he takes Ayurvedic medicines, then he gets full recovery. Recovery in the sense, his immunity is built up. And a pre-symptomatic or patient with symptoms, they present mild, moderate, and severe symptoms. In mild and moderate cases, when we have given Ayurvedic medicines and Ayurvedic advices, they have recovered very fast. They recover with minor complications, and at a greater speed. I don't say that don't take allopathy medicines. If you are having severe sign symptoms, please do take the allopathy medicines, and along with that, you take your Ayurvedic medicines also. And in cases where they have become severe and critical, it's obvious that Ayurvedic, we cannot do anything. We are not allowed to do anything. So it leaves people with residual symptoms. People who don't take Ayurvedic medications, even after COVID, they have residual symptoms for a long time, like body pain. They have taste problem, digestion problem. They recover. Many people I have heard that the body pain is so severe, they become so weak that they still feel that they can. Many times people have again got the COVID symptoms many times. So Ayurvedic medicines cuts all these things. And death, as we know, that if the body is really weak, lack of immunity, then death can happen. Now, when you are affected with COVID, this is of the last 1 year, what we have seen, and the turmeric milk, Ayush guidelines had given golden milk. People in foreign countries who didn't get medicines, this was the only thing that was easily available to them. They put more of ginger powder in it, they put honey in it, and took it lukewarm. And many of them survived, or many of them didn't have severe conditions taking this. I would also like to suggest that you take ghee. Ghee is very important, especially in COVID. There is no specific 1 or 2 symptoms. Many people come with different symptoms. Why do we say different strains? Because in different countries, it is showing different sign symptoms. So we don't have just one medicine for COVID. We have to see the sign symptoms, and then we have to decide the dosage and everything. So another one simple home treatment that you can do is add turmeric to ghee and take it. Ghee is very important, especially those who are having dry cough. No cough medicines will help. It is mostly ghee medicines that help, because ghee is known to be a very good anti-microbial property. It reduces swelling, it reduces the germs, and it heals at the same time. So please do take ghee along with your food and along with your medications also. Now, Guduchi or Amritavalli, because of the summer, usually COVID medicines, what we have given summer, it really heats the body. But Guduchi is one medicine which cools the body, and this is very good for COVID. So you can take in powder form, tablet form, whatever. Guduchi syrups are also available. So you can take it as a preventive aspect also, and when you are in COVID also. There are other medicines also that we prescribe, but I would always suggest that you consult first and then you take the medications. Ayush Vatha Churnam also became a very big hit. The Ayush guidelines had given out the Ayush Vatha Churnam. It is available in tea decoction form, in powder form, tablet form. Many forms are available. You can just make it, like how you make your tea, coffee, and you can take it either sweet or without any sweet also. Now, post-COVID also, there are a lot of cases coming where they have a lot of issues. For post-COVID, we always suggest Chyawanprash, medicated ghee, ashwagandha, and Ayurvedic treatments. Ayurvedic treatments, Panchakarma treatments, oil massages help a lot post-COVID. So please do consider all this. So this, a lot of treatments are there, be it Shirodhara, be it Udvartanam, steam, depending on patient to patient, according to their body condition, how they recover. These treatments are prescribed to them. So in Ishka itself, we give a lot of treatments, not just for the earlier diseases, but also for COVID, post-COVID. For COVID, usually I know people won't come. but it is always online. We consult with them, and seeing their signs symptoms, we also courier medicines to them. So if you have anybody or if you want to consult, you can directly consult with us for COVID or no COVID, for any issues, any doubts. We are always ready to answer your queries. Now some news from the Ayurvedic front. Second wave of COVID-19 brings back the Ayurveda swag. Huge demand for Ayurvedic products from India today. Eating a tablespoon of Chyawanprash daily enhances immunity, and it may help prevent the spread of the virus, according to Ayurveda experts from the Indian Express. In Ayurveda's immunity boosting measures can prevent you from coronavirus, COVID-19. This is Kerala's Ayurveda prescription to fight coronavirus and keep infections down. We know how Kerala is fighting, still fighting. Death rates are less, mainly because a lot of Ayush ministries, that is the Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, yoga, all together, they are giving out free medicines to those people who are under quarantine. And they are supporting people, they are calming them down through the helpline numbers, talking to people, giving them guidelines, giving them tips. So that is why Kerala is more stable. It should be practiced also in all other states. Now, we have seen so much of negativity. So what Corona has given us more positive things is the connections have gone more deeper. Being at home, getting bored, now people have started connecting with people whom they have forgotten or with their loved ones. Parents who were always outside, children not able to see them, now they have the parents full time inside. Nature regain its full glory. We can call it a cleaning process of nature, where the water is pure, the air is getting pure, and pollution is reducing. Trees are blooming. We can see dolphins in the nearby coast of Bombay, and like that, so many birds which have migrated away from these high polluted states, they have coming back. So a lot of beauty has increased. Now we make conscious choices and decisions as to, should we go out for a long trip? Should we spend much? Should we buy this? Should we go out for eating outside? People have started learning cooking inside houses, learning traditional cooking, and they are also learning how to be hygiene conscious. So be positive, not Corona positive, but be positive in your mind, because the heaviest burdens that we carry are the thoughts in our head. We always get scared when things, or when we hear reports or some news. Instead of that, that should give us a positivity to see things in a different aspect. How we can help people, or how we can help government to reduce their burdens. We are sitting at home, we have our own work, but at the same time, how much social work we can do. Now everything is online. We ourselves, we know that we can do a lot of things online. So make use of the time, even be it a person to person, be it the organization to organization, how you can help people indirectly. If you feel scared to go and help directly, how you can help people indirectly to bring them up, give some information, connect people. I remember in Kerala, when there was a flood 2 years back, all of a sudden, people became more active than government. People were connecting with everybody where there were lack of facilities, where boats were not available, where army was not reaching. People were giving out messages, making groups and all those stuffs. So we need to be innovative, not just sit depressed. We need to bring out new ideas. Just even if you are engineers, you could make maybe new medical inventions. We don't know. So please try to think in a different platform. So thank you. I hope you all like the session. Any questions?
So thank you, doctor. So we are having some questions coming up in Q&A tab. I will just read out those questions for you, doctor.
Yeah.
So the first question is if any COVID infected person, sorry, that's the second. I have missed out the first. So first question is raised by Asad, BPCL. My parents are senior citizens, 60 plus. They are taking BP medicines and they are having kidney and knee issues also. So they are taking medicines for the same. So his vaccine will be suitable for them. That's the query raised by Asad.
As everywhere it is said that vaccines help reduce death and severity. So even if you're having comorbidities, always consult with your doctor, see the values, how much it is, how much they can stand, and then you can go ahead with the vaccination.
Thank you, doctor. So the next question we are having from Yogesh Kumar Goel. If any COVID infected person smoking, can smoke infect other or not? That's the query.
Nice question. You're asking like if you smoke, the smoke, can it infect others, right?
Right.
Yes. So obvious
and the
question, obvious answer is yes. If the smoke goes to somebody else, the virus is being carried in that smoke. But as it, I have, there's no what to say, trials or study. I cannot comment on it directly because it is heating. As I have said that when we do medicated smoke, those have medicines in it which kills the germs. But when you smoke a cigarette, there is no medicine that can kill the germs. So I don't know, but it is always better to avoid.
Fine. So the next question is from Asif Khan. Some people take turmeric with milk at night at bedtime. Is that right?
Taking milk, turmeric milk is very good. But what the problem comes is, immediately after your meals, you should not take turmeric milk because it is milk. If you're taking at 7 o'clock dinner, 9 o'clock you take your milk, if it is plain milk or turmeric milk, and after 10 o'clock only you sleep. Then it gives you your immunity. Some people just take at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they have dinner, just half an hour after they take their milk, and immediately after half an hour they sleep. It will cause digestive issues. You will not get your immunity. So if you want to take turmeric milk and you don't get the gap in the night, take it early morning or you take it in the evening as an evening snack.